Warning! The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Geoguessr. We are doing Urban Guesser. It's a map by Wolf Trekker, and we're in Japan. Great start. Now comes the hard part. Where the fuck are we? It's probably not going to be the easiest thing in the world. Our main goal, actually, as we skip past it, is to find phone numbers. 086 does put us down here somewhere. I think it's over here, but it could be the northern part of this. That's just based on phone numbers. Maybe we'll be able to find some guitar pick shaped roads, and we'll be able to pinpoint a little bit better. But overall, that's it. We're done. We're going to spend the next 3 minutes, technically 2 minutes, finding nothing. Nothing of any use or hope or anything. We're not going to really move our guess. Maybe we start doing speed runs and just 24K in under a minute, maybe? Imagine. 10 seconds per location. That could be fucking crazy. But we're in Japan. We know we're in Japan, and that's really important. More 086s. I think we need to study that thing again. Now, for those of you who don't know, Subsymmetry, one of the greatest when it comes to country streaks, posted a video on their YouTube channel where they do 50 countries in under 5 minutes. They sped run 50 country streaks in under 5 minutes. That is incredible. Even just to comprehend that. So, never doubt Subsymmetry. And you can definitely just look it up. It's been passed around the Geoguessr community as obviously this is a huge accomplishment. I don't think we'll ever be able to break that record. I do, however, think we could start doing solo country streaks where the new record, also set by Subsymmetry, is 101. So if we're able to solo pass 101 countries in a row, we would hold a new world record. That might take a while. It might take some time, but there's always the option to be able to do it. And we have picked up on so many small clues that maybe it is possible for us to do it. Now, as you see, we have yet to find a single real clue while we're here. The only thing we did find was a phone number. I'm glad we did. But I wish, just wish, there was something a little easier to determine where we are in Japan. And I wish there were more clues. But looks like we found our first main road with 10 seconds left. So, we were kind of stuck in the maze. We got out of the maze, but that's not going to help us. Hoping for some good guesses here in Japan. And actually not terrible. It ends up being over by Okayama. Just 37 miles to our north. Tourist getting an extra 66 points. Not the worst thing in the world, obviously. We could still make this up. French, I think. Oh god. What says Romania? Not French. Now, with Urban Guesser, it's going to be cities and towns. This feels like it's a little bit of a bigger city. We might be able to get away with Bucharest or any of the other names I probably can't pronounce. At this point, looking for buses is probably going to be the best. That's a .nl. Why would there be a Dutch bus in Romania? Because that says Romania. That's the flag of Romania. It's not Dutch. But why would there be a Dutch bus? Guys, I'm confused. Please help me out here. Taxi might have a town name listed, although not really too helpful. Galati? Is Galati a town name? If it is, I don't see it from a distance. I do see it from a distance. Okay. Let's return to start. We are on a major road. Can we find the name of the road? Doesn't really look like it. I don't even know where to begin to look for roads in Romania. I think I typically look for the most common places, obviously the corners of streets, the sides of buildings, and either they're not listed here or they just don't exist. I don't see it on the sides of buildings. I don't see a pole sticking out. It feels like a major road. It's kind of heading northwest to southeast. There should be a marking here, but I don't see it. I don't see it on the side of this building. I don't see it on the road itself. I don't see it painted on the ground. I don't see it anywhere. But based on that bus, we should be in this town. Is it over here, perhaps? Not on the side of the building. It's somewhere that I'm not looking. I'm not seeing anything. So, could it be this? No, because it's going the other way. It's going northwest to southeast. And that could be over here. This is northwest to southeast. It's in Galati. These are all pretty much going the wrong way. They're all going northeast to southwest. We want the other way. It could, I suppose, be over here on this section of the road. I feel like where we have it's probably a good guess. There's no point waiting 5 seconds. It looks like tourist does go further south. We end up being 1 mile off. It ends up being another road that's going northeast to southwest. Compass was broken. Fuck it. But not bad. 1 mile off isn't that bad at all. Probably United States. Could be Canada. We have an RV. Our goal at this point is to get the fuck out of here. When in doubt, let's just go this way. We could try to find phone numbers, although there's a lot of states we don't quite know yet. There's a 209. That is one of the numbers I don't actually recognize. We have McHenry and Fairmount, Flowers by Alleys, Born to Lose Tattoos, Pet Salons, Modesto. So that's probably the name of the town we're in, is Modesto. I did see white license plates, Tiki Lounge. It's like I guess a hotel. Dry cleaners. But definitely in the United States. I just wish. Well, we're in the South. Cajun in the Bayou, that's Louisiana. I don't actually know if Louisiana uses a 209 area code based on the food. That is kind of what you find in the South. Can we now find something that says Louisiana on it? Anything. Pay here, drive here. Auto loans, personal loans. Moxie, Moose. I don't know. We're just making shit up at this point. I actually don't know what Louisiana's license plates are, by the way. The end of the trail, King of Tattoos. That's the Budweiser logo. That's why I figured it might be important. A vape store. The Running Iron, which I guess is like a bar. Little Caesars and a 7-Eleven. Not too helpful. Prime and Shine. Why can't it just say, like, the best place in Louisiana? Or Alabama? Or anywhere else? I actually don't know what flag that is. Fuck. Family owned and community driven. A fire truck. With everything we want blurred out. I love it. Alright. That should have told us a state or city. They usually do, at least. Being turned around. J Street and 17th. So we are coming closer to the city. Modesto Rotary Club. So we know it's Modesto. From where we are currently, do we see a Modesto in Louisiana? No, but we found Am I Right City, so for some reason it's probably going to be over here a little bit more. No street signs, no nothings, going off of luck, and it ends up being terrible. So there's a Modesto, California. Never actually knew that. The fact that it was Cajun cooking was the only reason we kind of went with Louisiana. So that kind of sucks. White license plates, not Colombia. It's definitely Spanish. Looks Spanish, although I don't see the letter Y yet, which means it could be Portuguese. But everything to me is screaming Spanish. A 644 like that means Mexico, and that says Central Mexico. So, Central Mexico it is. Can we figure out where in Central Mexico we are? Probably not. We might get lucky. We might find some road signs. Although, I don't think we've actually found road numbers this entire time. I really don't. We did find an area code, but I don't know area codes in Mexico yet. There's the letter Y, and the sun is kind of to our north. We don't have the roof rack. We just need, like, Highway 15. I think that's the one that goes around the coast. Is that the one that goes around the coast? No. Yeah, 15D. Okay. So, if we could find that, at least we know where that highway is located. So that's our goal. Find a highway number, and then find where that highway number is on the map. We haven't had any luck with the other rounds for that yet, and the California location definitely fucked us. But, you know what? Central Mexico, that's what the sign said. Hopefully that's what we could figure out. This feels like it's a major road. No signs either way, although this has a yellow bar, so that might have... That's a street light. That's a sign. Oh, shit. That's not the sign we want. This is definitely a major road. Nueva Palomilla, Colonial, Mexico. So again, signs, they are town names. They don't have distances, so I'm going to assume, which is the worst thing to do, that they're small enough to not be able to be found on a map. And that was so much for fucking major road. Let's go south. I feel like we're getting screwed here. I feel like we're missing clues. We're fucked. And we end up on a dirt fucking road in the middle of nowhere. Shit. We gotta hope that sign that said Central Mexico is enough for us to get a decent guess. There's no way we're gonna win anyway. I believe Taurus has the lead with that perfect score in California. Last round, we're 4,000 points behind. So, clearly we have a lot to make up, and we only have 2 rounds left. Probably not enough time to make up those 4,000 points. And still, no fucking good signs. And maybe those signs that had the town names were good. Maybe they were. No distances, that doesn't help us out very much. And it ends up not even being Central Mexico. So, Ciudad Obregón, over by 15. If we would have fucking seen 15, how did we fucking just pull that out of our fucking ass and actually guess around where it was? That's fucking bullshit. That's just luck at that point. .coms, although it kind of reminds me of French. And if it is, this reminds me a little bit more of Paris than anything else. Mainly just because of the style of the buildings. That should say Rue, if there is a street sign here. What do you know? There's a Rue. We're in France. Let's go Paris. Is it Paris? Probably not. Are we going to be able to find a sign that tells us what city we're in? If we're lucky, maybe. Do I think we're going to find it? If we use the other 4 rounds as a basis, then we're never going to find it. Because I don't think we saw anything of any good use in any of these fucking previous locations. We know we're in France. That's the important part. How the fuck do we keep getting thrown around? If we could see a sign that says Nantes, or Paris, or any major city, we'll be able to find it. You know what the problem is? Finding those fucking signs. They just don't seem to fucking exist. It says the center of the village is to our west. What do you know? Here's a sign. And what do you know? The sign that we wanted to see is gone. Lamberschat, and Catholic University. I don't know if Lom or Lamberschat is a big town or city. From what I can see from this distance, it's not. So what do? Keep looking? I guess. I don't even know what it would stand for. What would lum or lumbershot mean in French? See, like, I wish we understood every fucking language. You know, it would just work. The directions to the highway. More names that don't really mean shit to me. Great. Well, we're kind of in the middle of a bunch of shit. So if we keep going this way, we might be able to find a highway number. Although we don't really have time. So we're kind of hoping it's Paris. And maybe we'll get lucky. It's just French apple juice. Awesome. Highway. There's a green sign, maybe. Nope, the same fucking sign. Same fucking sign. Great. Alright. Is it Paris? Probably not. Are we going to move our guess? No. Do we have time to figure it out? 7 seconds. And it's the same fucking shit. Why can't we ever get, like, decent fucking signs? On, like, a serious fucking note. Why is it that hard to just have a fucking sign in every city more than one place? We end up being in a town called Lily. Didn't see Lily listed anywhere? What a fucking surprise there. Don't see any of the fucking things that were pointed out. D750? Here it is. Would we have seen it? No. So, fuck you. We are getting 5 for 5 on the countries, right? We're just not necessarily doing great when it comes to guessing where in the country it's supposed to be. Taurus in first place at 24-2. Scribbles in second at 24. So obviously there's something I missed when it comes to most of these locations, right? Because everyone has like a pretty decent score. Most people. RUI in third at 22-7. Kurt in fourth at 22-4. Rum in fifth at 22-3. So like, is it literally the town? You guys were able to recognize Modesto as California? Because I didn't. E. Chandler in 6th at 22. Linus in 7th at 27. We're at 17. 59. At 16-1. Not getting that Mexico. Going with Argentina. Bo in 10th. Kind of the same problem I had with the wrong spot of the USA and Mexico. And No and Gega in 11th. Going with Madagascar instead of Mexico. And Russia instead of France. Okay. Things happen. But that's going to be what we're called for the day. So thank you all so much for being here. Hopefully you guys tell me what my problem was. Because I clearly didn't see it. But until next time, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. And bye-bye.